Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Blackshirt Breakdown. My name is Steve Marik. I'm a staff writer at Inside Nebraska, and my partner over there is Jay Foreman, former NFL veteran and former Nebraska Blackshirt. Jay, we got a big recruiting weekend to go through here. We will be dissecting and breaking down a little bit of film from Nebraska's newest 2023 commits. As of right now, Sunday morning,
Right.
we'll have more when we get done with this. But for today, we'll be breaking down Jaylen Lloyd of Omaha West Side, and also Rahmir Stewart of Philadelphia. Interesting kind of safety prospect. So, Jay, first of all, what was your Saturday like when this was kind of going? It was almost like a keep your head on a swivel type day.
Yeah, I think Jaylen Lloyd's, commitment was at like 1:00, and then just a little bit after that, then Stewart came. And so, it's kind of, this is the great thing about recruiting and the fun time for coaches and fans that, new guys are coming in. You local talent, the East Coast talent. So now you see the connection between Coach Rule and his, original grassroots, bringing him to Nebraska, has an eye for talent, what he likes to, fit into his locker room, along with Jaylen Lloyd, a guy that's I think has really worked at it and has ascended, on the football field organically faster than anybody, I think, in recent history in as far as in Nebraska goes. And his talent, his speed, and his playmaking ability was definitely on display this year. And so it's always good to see young guys commit to Nebraska, but especially local guys as well.
Yeah, and starting with the local guy, Jaylen Lloyd, just a little bit about him. Wide receiver prospect maybe, but also he could play a little defense too. So we don't know which side of the ball Matt Rule and company are going to stick Jaylen Lloyd to start his career. But boy, when you look at him, you see the athleticism right away. You see the burner. Right. He's fast. He's a track guy. Right. One of the best in the entire country at the long jump, the triple jump, his 100-meter dash, have it written down here, 10.43, his 221.32 seconds, around the 4.4 and the 40, 6'1", 160 pounds, a long, lean athlete. So yeah, we can, Jay, a little bit about his background and his family. His mom was super athletic too.
Yeah, his mom ran track at Nebraska right around when I was there, and so the family genes is good, and his dad has done a really good job. He runs a track club in Omaha, and look, he not only trains the guys on the track, and then obviously the football field, where he participates with the Warren Academy with Steve Warren, former Nebraska Blackshirt, but he also pushes the kids mentally. Both parents are highly competitive and do great things with him. And you're seeing here what he's able to do when you're able to, play at your track speed. That's even more. And right here, they know when you do a scouting report against Westside, Jaylen Lloyd can, take the top off the defense and run a 9 route. And he does a good job beating the press coverage, goes up, high points the ball, makes it in somewhat of a, contested catch in traffic. You're playing a good team here. I think it's Creighton Prep, first game of the year. So you're setting the tone for the whole season. For your team. It's 0-0, you see there, and he, he gets the party started, and you see this over and over and over, no matter who he's playing. And he's a very productive player, both in short and intermediate routes, and then also deep routes. So what you like about him, he plays to his track speed, he plays to his 40 speed. You see where teams are, we know he can run. We're going to play 6-7 yards off him. He still is able to eat up the cushion. And he's able to eat up the cushion, and then he runs them off, run after a catch, 15, 20 yards after the catch. You see a nice physical run. It might even be close to 30 yards after the catch. And so when you see a guy that's just not a one-trick pony, good hand catcher right there, turns it, gets it to the outside arm, good run after the catch, stiff arm, which you'll see a little bit later, a really good stiff arm. So that's letting you know he's just not like a lean, linear track guy that doesn't know how to run routes. And so you're getting a total package if you keep him at receiver. You'll see a couple of plays at defensive back where he has really good fluid hips. He has short area quickness right here. He catches the ball, reads his blocks, stiff arm right there, like I said before. And you could fast forward this tape that, I like to say that when the head cocks back, he is gone. Yeah. He is outrunning angles, and then he's actually increasing the distance right here. You see the angle right here. There's a safety not even in the screen that's trying to come and get him. Right here, and once he gets right about there, 5 yards, and you see him right there, the safety right there doesn't have a chance to even get close to him. And so that's that long speed that you can take a 5-yard smoke route to the house. And so I like it. I like his playmaking ability. I like his ability to run after the catch. I like his toughness. Yes, he's listed at 160, but he definitely has the frame to get bigger. And, obviously coming right off a track season, his weight's going to be a little bit lower. So when he gets into the weight program, him walking around at 175, 80, 85 by the time he leaves Nebraska is going to be not going to be a big difference for him. And then he'll actually maybe get faster, bigger, faster, stronger. And so here's a good play right here. You see him going up against, Bellevue West, who has a plethora of wide receivers. And I think this is McMorris out here, who is probably going to be a #1 recruit next year. And you look at the back pedal here, you look at the good stance right here, patience, good back pedal, plays it, great technique right there, high points the ball, really boxes the guy out, even on the wide side of the field. So when we talked about previous recruits, was he a boundary corner, field corner? You see him out here on a field corner. There's a lot more that can go on. No panic in his back pedal. Great technique, great high ball action by him, and then to break up the pass. And so, again, I look at the feet, I look at the hips, I look at the ability to open your hips and turn and stay focused on the ball. So when you look at him on both sides of the ball, you're getting a superior athlete on both sides of the ball, a playmaking guy on both sides of the ball. And it's just a matter of wherever he could fit in or wherever he feels comfortable at. But I will say this, there's a lot of DBs that are getting paid a lot of money that started out at receivers. And because of their ball skills and also knowing the routes of a receiver, even if you're coming from high school to college, that helps you become a better defensive back. And he has the athletic ability as far as the ability to run, turn, cut, to play defensive back. So you're getting almost 2 recruits into one, because he's definitely legit based on everything you've heard previous about him in his recruiting process.
And so while Jaylen Lloyd could have a future on offense or defense, depending on where the coaches stick him, let's go to Rahmir Stewart, who we know is going to play defense and maybe even suit up specifically at safety now. So just a little bit about Rahmir. 6 feet, 185 pounds. He's from Philadelphia, Ematep Charter School. That's where Omar hails, who's becoming kind of a key guy in Nebraska's recruiting efforts. He used to coach there at Ematep Charter School, so there's a connection there with Omar Hales and Rahmir Stewart. And look, you turn on Rahmir Stewart's film, there's some big hits. He's a big hitter out there. He likes the hit stick. So just take it away, Jay, and what have you seen from Rahmir Stewart, Nebraska 2020?
Yeah, he arrives at the party and makes his presence known, and I like it. He's playing center field right here, so he has the ability to track the ball. Always look at for safeties and defensive backs. How do you play the deep ball? Can you track the ball? Can you come down and make the play, or can you continue to do your job in coverage and then make the play on the ball? And you see it right here, playing a deep safety. A guy that's a thumper, still has the speed and awareness to make a play on the ball. Good break right there. Good leverage as far as helping his defensive back there. And then he made a great play on the ball. And the return skills. You like a guy that's going to, try to take it to the house. And when you play at a prominent high school like he's at, you got to be able to make plays. And you're playing against good competition. Again, right here. Coming out of the center field, making play on the ball, athletic ability, and then the return skills as well. And so you like this, he can hit. But now he can cover. So now you have position flexibility in the 3-3-5. He can play in the box. He can play a field safety where he's the guy that's going to have to come in and wipe up the people's misses. But this is what really he made his name for right there. The angle to the ball, the violence that he's hitting. The one right there is it's a grainy picture, but right here, look at the angle in the leverage that he plays with, and then the violence that he arrives with. And so I like to play the ability to diagnose plays. The play entry is like I like to call it. He's coming in with the right leverage, and he's taking the angle. So he's cutting off any cutback by this running back right here. So he's able to play fast, violent, and he's causing fumbles. So you like playmakers, right? You like him. You saw 2 interceptions. Then you wonder how he plays the run. You see 2 plays right there he sticks out on tape right here. When you're watching him, he's highlighted right here, but he's moving at a different pace. And when he's coming to hit, he's hitting at a different pace. And so you're getting a football player there that likes the contact. Now you're seeing it here, right here in the red zone. Everything gets quicker, right? You got to make a decision. There's no indecision. He reads the quarterback's eyes, right? A great play. He's trying to kind of like a short hole player. You know you can't cover outside the end zone, so he's right there. It's good awareness. Feet are 1 yard into the end zone. So if he has to make a tackle and you see at the top right corner, it's third down, they're going to be kicking a field goal. He knew the play was coming, read the quarterback's eyes, make a play on the ball. I like the hands, right? I know on the highlights, they're not going to show you any dropped interceptions, but then I like this right here, the return right there, got good blocking. He knew that the quarterback could run a little bit, cut back, touchdown, house call, strike up the band. And that's a big turnover play right there in a competitive league. And so, he knows how to play. He knows how to make plays. He knows how to get ready for a big game. And he's been playing against some good competition out there on the East Coast. And so what you're getting here is you're getting a guy that can make plays. And again, he's in the deep third right here, center field safety. So that, again, he has position flexibility. I like it that he high points the ball right there. Some safeties will just let that ball sail over, show that they, were there to break up the play. But what he's doing, he's going for the interceptions and making plays on the ball. So I like his playmaking ability, both in the run game and the pass game. And I'd like to think that the intel that they have on him as a person and a competitor also, is a big get for them. A guy like that's able to come in from a pretty competitive environment in high school into the locker room is a glue guy potentially that you want, right? He's going to be there. He's going to be accountable. He looks by the way he plays football. He's a guy that, he loves football. He's a guy that's going to be able to be a leader, especially back there, in the safety position, and he gives you a tremendous amount of flexibility. So the respect there that he's going to be willing to come in and earn is already there. And so, both guys, I think, are, what fits, I'm assuming, in what Matt Rule wants, right? Really good athletes, playmakers, versatile. You got one, can play both safeties. Then you get a receiver, a top-notch receiver, a great athlete on the track field. So he's competitive. And I'll say this in ending. Running track, you have to be self-motivated. There is no coach out there hyping you up. There isn't 90,000 people unless you get into the Olympics. So when you're competing at what Jaylen Lloyd was doing, you have to be self-motivated, right? And you have to be disciplined. So again, that's what you see with him as a receiver. That's what you see with him as a defensive back. So you're getting you got two commitments, but you actually got three. You got a DB if you want, a receiver if you want, or a corner if you want, receiver you want, and you get a dual safety. So it's a good start to their Saturday. I'm sure that they're going to be, sending off tweets and stuff for their Sunday. So I'm sure that we'll be lighting this thing up again here soon with some other guys. But, Husker Nation should feel good about these two. And, I'm excited for them. And I'm excited to see what they do in the years to come.
Absolutely. All right. So that was the Blackshirt breakdown, breaking down Jaylen Lloyd and Rahmir Stewart, a couple of 3-star prospects for Nebraska's 2023 class. Hey, when Nebraska snags some more, we'll come right back. So that is Jay Foreman. I'm Steve Marik, and that was a Blackshirt breakdown.